Warning, this video will cover heinous crimes committed by Carbonation cult members. We will discuss multiple instances of child molestation, sexual battery, one case of beastiality even, and committed by Natureboy, Eligio Bishop, of course. There will be timestamps in the comments so that you can skip over certain subjects that may bother you. So I'm going to make sure to do that. And, just definitely viewer discretion is advised.
When I was there, I got separated and I got sent to Queens, where I was molested by this guy named Mr. Pope. I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't even know if I would say I was molested because I was always sexually curious, even as a child. I was always, sexually curious. I was always humping. I was very sexual as a child. I was very curious, about my sexuality. I could sit here trying to find act
I added this because of the fact that he thinks it's funny, and that a child can give consent. They cannot. I do not care how curious he might have been. If it even seemed that he encouraged the event, a child cannot give consent again. And you will find further on in this video that his sexual boundary lines are very blurred. And he needs help. He needed help back then. He needs help now. And he needs to not be around children, especially. Or animals. Or the elderly.
What I learned, sex.
The list goes on.
You know what I'm saying? Just figuring me out, ooh, this feels good, so let me do it. So I was always, I don't know, humping on something. You know what I'm saying? So I can remember that, and I can remember him seeing that energy in me, and then taking advantage of it. Seeing my, I remember him taking advantage of that, and
This is the part that I warned you about. The beastiality. Enter at your own risk.
You would never say to nobody, but it was some weird shit you did, bro. And until you able to talk about that shit openly, you're right. I'm not one of you. Cause I could be real with myself. Do I crave having the dog lick me now? Fuck.
This is about his son and a variety of violations that he claims to have done against him.
See, me, I'm a real human. See, my kids, when I see my son, this is how I treat my son. We naked together. My son started being ashamed of his body, and I seen it happen. I didn't want that to happen. They made him ashamed of his body. They showed him that he was naked. I did not want him to know he was naked. I said, son, look here. I didn't even want him to be in a world where he knew he was naked. I wanted my son to be so pure that he never knew he was naked. I take bath with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. I never be ashamed of sex. My son be breastfeeding and I'll be making love to his mom. That's me, bruh. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. I don't want to take their purity away by covering myself up. They're going to be ashamed and cover themselves up. And I'm pure at heart. So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid can be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. And he's playing with my penis. I let that say, yeah, look, you got one too.
He's dead ass serious, y'all.
And the moment is over. It's pure. And if I do that with somebody else's kids, and you see how people turned on me over here, you see how people turn on me? Bro, I'm real human, bro. Yeah, that's real. That's how I'm with my son. My son try to be, oh, daddy, don't cover up nothing, son. We naked in front of each other. We not naked. This our clothes. Fuck is you talking about? My son play with my people. He like, I say, yeah, you got one too. They kids, they want to know. I don't want to hide shit from them. I make love right in front of them. I make love to their mama right in front of them. Like a real man. That's how I get down, homie. That's just me. And if I did that around other people's kids, they would put me under the fucking jail. You can't be a real human. That's why I don't let nobody kids here but mine, homie. Because I ain't about to alter my life for no one. I walk around naked. That's how I am, bro. I don't want kids to be ashamed of what we do. We shouldn't be ashamed to make love. Sex shouldn't be something that we're ashamed of. It's a part of life. I was basically talking about, you know, me being a man and why I don't have kids here, man. Because I embrace my kids. I embrace, and if your kids come here, I'm going to treat them like my kids. And y'all seen, I'm going to let the room get, y'all seen what people did to me. People came to me in my life. I've attracted some fuck people in me, man. They done came in here, said that they love me, and turned their back on me. And it's people like me that get fucked over. So I'd rather it just be my kids here than having other people's kids here, because that leaves an avenue for people, an easy avenue for someone to say I touched their daughter or I touched their son or some fuck shit and get me fucked up. Because I'm not changing the way I am because your kids come around. I think I am a child. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm pure in my mind and children are pure. I like to embrace the kids. Like, come here, I like to fuck with their psyche. I like to, you know, when I'm a proud father. I'm a proud father. You understand? So I would never let people
He's a deadbeat dad.
in that kind of way. I would never let them get me in that kind of way.
Physically abusing a woman, not getting women the proper treatment that they need when they're around you, harassing, sexually harassing, physically harassing women, raping women. You understand? That's what, when a woman does not want to have sex with a man and he pushes up on her and threatens her because she doesn't want to have sex with him, or threatens her in any kind of way, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, that's rape. That's rape. Period. So, a messenger of God, a messenger of, you know, purity, is not going to be displaying none of those characters, none of those characteristics. As time went on, I had the baby, and I started to get even more stressed out because, first of all, I didn't want to raise my child like this. Second of all, he started doing weirdo shit. Like, this nigga, one time I woke up to him having sex with Aya. Mind you, Aya had helped me during the process with Eliana. When I gave birth and everything, I was so physically exhausted that I needed help. So she helped me, and she would help me hold her at night when she would get up and cry and stuff. So one time I woke up to him having sex with Aya while she was holding Eliana.
Can you guys believe it?
I got up and I reached over and I grabbed my child and I put my child in my arms. And he was like, what you doing? And I was like, what do you mean what I'm doing? Like, y'all having sex and Eliana is right here. Like, what the fuck are you mean? What am I doing? And he was like, no, leave Eliana alone. Come engage, come engage. So he wanted me to engage. And at that moment, I put Eliana down and I started engaging on some real honesty shit. I started engaging because I did not want it to be a physical fight. Natureboy used to abuse me physically because I did not want to do and participate in what he wanted me to. I literally have bruises, like scratches still on my being right now from the turmoil that me and him had been fighting each other through. So after everything was over, I took my baby and I never gave her back to Eliana like Like, I never gave Eliana back to Aya like that ever again. Because as a woman, why would you even go outside of those boundaries to do that? Like, have sex with a child in your arms, my nigga? Someone else's child in your arms, and you think that, like, that's okay? Like, no, my nigga, no. And so it got to the point where I felt like I had to protect Eliana at every moment, because I didn't know if he was going to try to fucking have some type of sexual activity in front of her face. So I was, at that point in my journey, I was like, I don't want to have sex at all. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be around y'all. So I started getting feisty. And this is when y'all see me cussing online and hitting him online and saying all of this shit online and, you know, making a scene, and he's recording me making a scene because I did not agree with what was going on. Now, the reason why I had continued to support him and stay and protect him was because he was the father of my child, and I felt like we can work things out. All you have to do is just listen to a couple points that I make, and we can get through this together. That was the reason why I stayed. So now that I have come to terms with the fact that will never be the case, it's easier for me to cut this nigga the fuck off. You're creating a monster. The children, if you have a child with Natureboy and you continue to be with him, you're going to create a monster. You're not going to be creating someone angelic. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And as much as I wanted to make it work, and as much as I tried to make it work, I couldn't. I'm happy. I had to make it seem like I was happy. So all of the times that y'all had seen me on live, you know, the marriage, like all that, I did not want to do any of that. I did not want to get married. I did not want to get on live. I did not want to talk. I did not want to say nothing. I didn't want to protect him. But I couldn't speak out because I knew that would become physically abusive for me. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to reel my documents in that way. So what I did was I participated in all the sexual activity. Like, it got to the point where he separated the women and the men, and he put us in 2 different houses, and he was in the house with the women, and the men were neglected, pretty much. And when he got all the women in the house together, that same day, he had proceeded to have sex with everybody. That same day, all of the women, including me. And he did whatever he wanted to with us. Whatever he wanted to. And he did it for about 2 weeks. Until, you know, the other women were like, well, Zoka, she wanted to be with Solar, and she was pregnant, you know, with Solar's baby, so she wanted to be with him, and Natureboy was still having sex with her, and she didn't have a choice. She didn't have a choice.
Allegedly, was it without consent? Allegedly.
They all had no choice. They had to do the shit. That's all I'm know. I don't know if you want to say that's without consent. If you don't have no choice, that's without consent. Shit. Everybody should have the freedom of choice.
That's called,
you should never take away nobody's freedom of choice. So if they say
that's
no,
called
they
sodomy.
say I was forced to do it, then they was forced to do it.
Well, they were forced to get sodomized. Hold on a minute. They were forced to get sodomized.
Allegedly. From what I heard.
Allegedly.
I just wanted to have a relationship with Natureboy, with True's baby, with True there. And that didn't work out though because Natureboy doesn't like Sheba like that. So all of the other women want to have sex with him. Everybody's competing to have sex with him. And why he's got me out there sucking dick? Why he's got me out there for everybody to see me in my essence? That shit is not cool, man. That shit is not cool, man, at all. Like, at all. While he's out there trying to make it seem like I'm this sexual deviant or whatever, I'm telling you. So after a while, you know, with the sexual activity and stuff, I I had to zone out. Like, I had to zone out because I needed to get my documents. And I couldn't do that if I was to cause a scene and fight like I usually do. So, but in the inside, I was so hurt because at this point in my journey, like, every time I'll be around him, he'll separate me and Eliana. Like, I can't have a relationship with Ellie. I can't be a mother to Eliana. I have to rely on Aya and Efru and Malia to take care of my child and change her to the point where Eliana will cry and scream and hit them because she didn't want them to change her diaper. And so she would cry for me. And every time I would go to console her or caress her, you know, he would be like, oh, you always run into the child. You always run into Eliana to you know, protect you and this and that. And I'm like, I just want to put out there that nobody deserves to be treated like that. And even if people do go back and forth or whatever the case may be, like, you have to get to know somebody to understand why they do the things that they do and why they react the way that they react. Like, you have to get to know them. You have to talk to them. You can't just put them in a box and judge them for just off that alone. Because these people are really hurt as children. They really are. And I was at one point in time. These people are really hurt. And so I had to neglect my daughter in that process. And that shit hurted me a lot. Because he was making it seem like I was supposed to put him over Eliana. And I couldn't put him over Eliana. So, you know, it got very hard for me at the end. And then we had got on live one day, and I was so mad. I was just so mad in this live, but I was trying to keep it all together. And I remember, I'm like, I don't want to be on live. Like, give me, you know, I even went live the next day after to make it seem like, you know, I'm cool with everything to, you know, get my documents. So after a while, he had my passport and my ID closest to him. So as I'm doing everything that he wants me to do, you know, I have to, like him having sex with all the women, or like all of these women in the house was walking around naked. All of them was walking around naked in front of the children. Like, in front of the children. Like, in front of the children. And I told him, I said, in that moment in time, I was like, I don't want to be naked. I don't want to walk around naked. And he was like, you out of tune. You need to get in tune. You need to do what I tell you to do because I have your best interest. Da da da. Woo woo. And I was like, no, you don't. In my mind, I was like, no, you don't. So, you know, it got to a point where if I wouldn't be naked or if I wouldn't conform, then he would physically abuse me. So I just got naked. I just tied something on my waist because the other woman was like walking ass up naked, and I was the first woman to put the wrapper on my waist and just have my boobs out. And so they started doing that.
Now, this is the video that I warned you all about the most. It's a video of Eligio, aka Natureboy, 3 God, Master, Teacher, Tahuti, Chief, Babaji, leader of Carbonation, Melanation, a man of many names, many demons, but I believe this displays his real demons, and it's incredibly scary. I'm not asking you to crotch watch, but if you notice the way that his nether regions look at first as opposed to what they do later, you'll see that he's visibly aroused. And I did question putting it in this video because it's very traumatizing. So view at your own discretion.
Hypes Ellie up even more, like, because they both have the same energy. She does love her daddy. Ellie. My moon. Get it, Ellie. She trying to see the song, where the song coming from. man. Like, I'm really not about to do that.
And I added this because it was just a really odd comment. This is the night that Zoka arrived. She came there to be with Solar. He's nowhere in sight. And Eligio is spitting some like lame game at her. But he compares her to baby Ileana. Now you just saw the infant, the toddler. I just don't understand comparing a toddler to a 19-year-old girl. Just like I don't understand a 40-year-old dude, you know, almost 40-year-old dude messing with a girl that young. But it was weird to me. And maybe I'm reaching, but I'd love to hear your opinion.
You don't know. I don't know, is he? Oh, okay. That would be weird. Nah, I just don't want to, I don't want to think that, you know what I mean?
He's asking about her dad watching. She left and her dad doesn't, like, she snuck out, you know, to go be with them.
So my daughter, I got a daughter too, she kind of like I never seen a dark-skinned girl with pink lips. Well, that's This is Solar the Warrior?
Now, this video also too gives a very graphic depiction of this boy, this young man at the bottom, committing a molestation, a rape of two toddler victims, including his sister. You'll notice that Natureboy is the one that asks a lot of the questions to get the graphic details, and also, like, just coming back full circle to that first clip I showed you about Eligio saying he doesn't know if he was molested because, you know, he was curious. Well, he asked this young man if the children cried. As if that matters. And I honestly believe it was because if they didn't cry, it's not so bad, you know, or maybe even worse, he thinks it was consensual. I don't know. I could never think like him. But once again, viewer discretion is advised.
Like, you know how people try to demonize you when they say shit about you that's harmful in me? You gave me a lot of courage, man. You gave me courage to slay my own demons, and I don't want to turn it into one of those gutless towns, but I know you're not the people that how they portray your shit, man. Because I've done some things, and you helped me to repent from my sins and fight my own demons. Like I said, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I'm scared right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I want to know. Like, damn, I don't even know how to say this.
Just say it.
I've touched a child in a negative way, like, so I know that's not who you are. I see who you are, and I know that you're a pure-hearted person. And I wanted to know, like, what I was putting together why I would do something like that. Because I was young myself. I'm only 17 right now. But
what was your age
when that
happened?
It was more than once. So I knew what I was doing, but I didn't really know. Like, my intentions never was to hurt anybody. I was really just curious. I was insecure. I'm still kind of insecure. I wanted to, you know, I don't know the exact age. Nah. But I was older than 12. You was older than 12? Yeah, so I knew what I was doing was fucked up.
So
Yeah, they was walking. And it was walking. Yeah. Were they boys or were they girls? One was a boy, one was a girl. One is my little sister.
Why do any of these questions matter?
And one was my cousin. I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. It's okay. Let me ask you this. What did you do to the children? What did you do to them? What did you do? So you said you were 13, so you were cognitive. Yeah. What did you do to them? I just put my finger in their butt, honestly. I mean, it fit? Not really, but yeah. Why you do that? What made you do that?
So gross.
I was insecure of my own self. I thought I wasn't ever going to get nobody my age to fuck with me. And all my friends around me was having sex. Did the children cry when you did that? No. But it was just a quiet, like, they knew something was wrong. Were you curious about, like, I just was I was doing it just to get off on my, like, not even because it was just a child, but just that I was doing something sexual, and then the fact that I was being mischievous about it, I felt like I had power over them. I felt like I didn't have power within my own self. So I used and took advantage of that. But I owned up and I told my mom and my aunt about it because I felt so bad. I'm like, that's fake of me to sit here and smile in these people's face. And I know what the fuck I did. Years later, I told them I was older. Are they older now? 3 years older. They straight. Did your finger go inside their anal? Yeah, but I wasn't like my whole finger. It was like, so the baby didn't cry? No.
Need I say more, y'all?
I really, I give you so much respect because I see. And this is when you was like 13, 12 years old. Yeah.
I could stop this video right now and my point is already made.
Like, why would I do that? And what was in my mind that made me so curious? Do you have those thoughts still? Like, being honest? Well, not a touch a kid, but just to be honest about what I did do. Because I know that was wrong and I would never do it again. Right. So I just want to let you know that you're forgiven. That you don't have to beat yourself up about that. The fact that you felt bad about that is a good thing. And the fact that you know that was wrong is a good thing. And I want you to know that you're forgiven and and I'm so glad you're able to talk about this openly. And to be able to be man enough to come out and say it. And are you saying that I given you that heart to do it? You did, man. It was questions and shit that
always gotta take credit, no matter how good or bad the dude.
My family say about you, no matter what anybody else say, I know I can see the better self of me and you. That's why you were able to heal through that situation and admit that was wrong and that you did that. Yeah. So many people carry that around in their chakras. And there's so many people out there have done stuff to somebody or they have done stuff something has done to them and they don't say nothing about it. But the fact that you know that it was wrong and you understand why you did it out of curiosity, you were stupid and you knew insecure. Have you been with a woman now? Yeah. I actually was testing out my sexuality. I'm like, shit, I'm in high school. Might as well have sex with whoever. Shit, it was fun. I had sex with both, boy and girl. Okay. Okay. Can I tell you something? Let me just say this out loud. Let me say this publicly. It is not okay. But we both know it's not okay to put a finger or anything or mess with a child at all. We both know that, right? Yeah, we know that. I want to say that publicly so that people can understand that that's not what we're promoting here. But the fact that you were able to admit that shows courage, shows heart, and I want you to know that there's a passage in the Bible where this lady, by her community, was supposed to be stoned because she was caught being an adulterer.
I'm sure he's never heard of this story.
Their society
you cast the first stone. What is your
you would get stoned.
Verse?
I was thinking about killing myself, man. I couldn't even fathom how the results would be. I was gonna turn myself in and everything. this is what I want to say to you. In the Bible, Jesus was writing something in the sand, and they brought this lady to him and said, what shall we do with her? They knew that she deserved the judgment of being stoned by law. She deserved to be stoned. And Jesus said, he without sin cast the first stone. Don't let your heart be consumed with hate. And it's crazy how much people got hate in them. And I felt they hate in their heart. And I'm like, wow, your heart is heavy. You want to talk? Yo, you ready to condemn me? You ready to bash me? You ready to kill me? That's a sin. When they was about to stone the lady that was a prostitute in the Bible, they was about to stone her because by law she was supposed to get stoned because she was a prostitute, she was a whore. And he asked the Messiah, asked the teacher, like, what we supposed to do? He said, he without sin cast the first stone. Everybody dropped their stone and we're walking, and then he told her to repent and go about her way. So even if you find a real pedophile, don't let your hate out your heart. Go get help, man. Go get some help, man. I got a woman hitting me like, don't ever fucking talk to me. I'm like, the fuck, they joined the bandwagon? Like, you really? Whatever. That shit wild crazy to me. I'm like, okay. Like, that shit, well, you ain't nobody that I want to fuck with anyway if you won't fucking believe that shit. Even if you do find a real pedophile, you find a criminal, have mercy. Don't let that hate consume you. Only God gonna judge that person. You ain't got to sit here and be the judge or the judgment or let hate out on, because you hurt people. Yo, let that person let their universe deal with them, yo. That's fucked up, and that ain't something I get into, but that's fucked up. But I ain't gonna go over here and consume hate in my heart to the point where I'm gonna go touch that person or wanna hurt that person or create a voodoo doll.
I added this video of True because he said that during a blackout drunk state, he recalled wandering into his little sister's room and wondered also if he may have assaulted them in this blackout, which I think is bullshit. Alcohol and drugs may lower your inhibitions, but they don't change who you are. You don't suddenly become a pedophile, and I don't believe that he would have had this concern if he hadn't had the thought before. But let's let him tell the story anyway.
So we're here today to just get to the bottom of it, put it all out there. People always gonna say what they gonna say, right? So it is what it is. So we just want to sit here and get to the bottom. Talk to me about what happened in the scenario. So every detail, I want to know everything. Tell me what happened. What's going on with this whole thing? Like, just let it all out. Real nigga moment. No, God should not lie. Record it into the Akashic records. Let's just put it, boom, point blank period. Let's talk about it. What happened?
So, you want to talk about as far as the video or the actual
event? Like, what happened?
Event, right? So, when I was stationed in Georgia, in Augusta, Georgia.
Your age?
Say probably about 24, 25, somewhere around in there. Cause I was in Fort Gordon from 2010 to 2014. I was there for 4 years. So I had to be around 24, 25, somewhere around in there. And I used to come home. It was about 3 hours and a half drive away from Fort Gordon, Georgia. And I used to spend the night with my Babylon pops, who me and my Babylon sisters share. You know, that's how we're related.
Okay, how old was your sister? What were the ages of your sisters?
Sisters at that time, I would say the youngest one was maybe 9 or 10, and the oldest one was probably like 13.
And your age was again?
24, 25.
24, yeah.
Yep, and I used to come to my Babylon Pop's house and we'd spend the night, kick it, watch movies, drink and whatnot. And at the time, I was a heavy drinker. I would drink to the point of blacking out. not all the time, but there would be times where I would drink and I not remember fully what happened the night before. And
so you was abusing alcohol?
Absolutely, to the fullest extent.
Okay.
And I remember one night I had woke up the next AM, and I remember going into my Babylon sister's room, and I remember going in there. And
what were you going in there for?
I was going in there to see if they were asleep. I heard the TV was on, and it was late, and I went in there to see if they were asleep.
Do you usually go in their room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing abnormal for me to go in their room. You know what I'm saying? I'm their brother, so, well, Babylon brother. And I went in. I remember going in there, and then the next AM, I don't know why I thought that was possible, but I did have the thought. I was like, because I know it would be times where I would get drunk and people would be like, yo, you was wilding last night, and I couldn't put it past myself to say that I don't remember what I did the night before. That's happened to me before, and I had the thought. I was like, could I have done that to my sisters? I had the thought.
What made you think that?
I'm not. That's the thing. You
woke up in their room?
No. I woke up on the sofa where I usually sleep at, in the living room. I didn't wake up in their room or nothing like that.
So wait, what would give you the thought? Why would you have the thought? I'm not understanding.
I'm not sure why I would have had that thought, but I thought about it. I thought, was that something that I could have done?
So if you didn't know you did it and you had no notion you did it, why even bring it up?
When I was talking to a reflection yesterday,
right,
and I know that I was at a very low point in my life, and I wanted to die. And what I came to the conclusion of, I thought I was thinking on that manner as a reason to go forth with a suicide. That's what I think was the driving force.
So you have no recollection or memory of, and remember, you're being recorded right now.
That's right, yeah.
In a Akashic record. So this day is being recorded. So at the end of your life, this will play back. This is your moment to confess. This is your moment to come clean. Mm-hmm. This is your moment.
I'm going to call DCF on Sheba and True because you're walking nude in front of their kid. What kind of God are you?
Come here.
Disgusting.
Who's nude in front of the kid?
You are. You did a live when you were walking naked around the house. Here, little John in the background. Come on, you're a nudist.
I am a
Would you
nudist.
like to do that in front of your... Yeah, not in front of no boy. You have sons. Would you
like
to walk around naked around your sons?
If I'm in a nude community, yeah, we're a nude community.
No. How come everybody else can walk in this?
Because we're online. When we're offline, we're nude. We're all nude. We're nude.
Walking on here, so you should be walking
Yo, we're nudists, man.
Get a whole lot nude.
Ma'am, that's your look, ma'am. I don't have to appease you with my life, nigga. I'm a nudist.
I'm calling DC. I will be calling.
Call them. We tell them all the time we're nudists. We tell them.
Baby sleeping outside in a tent.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you. I'm God. I'm God. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. Oh, I'm gonna make her suck my dick so deep. I'm gonna just gag it down her throat.
Do you see just how vile he can really be?
Don't try to fit in.
Now this is just him trying to recruit. And I want you guys to see how it's specifically catered towards vulnerable, lost youth that, you know, have either lost their way or never even found it yet. As you can see, he's a completely different person doing that, like, stare, that cultish, you know, look through you, you know, stare and trying to appeal to young people that don't feel like they fit in. Because, you know, he wants to exploit them, of course, but also they're much better to use for views and donations. And to, you know, boost his image, which is always the main goal.
You are different. You are made to bring change. Embrace your journey. Embrace it. Don't try to fit in. society and the ways of the world fit in with the indigenous people that are one with nature, that love nature, and that's what we desire. But the journey will not be easy, and we cannot complain because we meet obstacles. An obstacle is something that impedes your way. We cannot complain about it. We must go around it, through it, under it, over it. But keep the spirit of love in your heart. And no matter how much people talk about you negative and how much it hurts, don't let them turn you into them. Stay who you are. Because it's hard out here for us. Because we're sensitive. And people are mean. People are insensitive and hurt people, and a lot of people hurt. So my message today to you is to embrace your path, to bring change. And it's really the youth. It's really the youth, and very few of the older people understand this, but it's the youth that I encourage to be the change